Hi, I'm Chef Sherry and I'm here to show you how to make a grilled cheese sandwich on the Blackstone Griddle. I'm going to use the electric Blackstone Griddle today. I love using this griddle. I also have the gas griddle that's outside on my porch that I use. But it's the winter time here in Michigan. It's very cold outside and I prefer just to stay inside where it's nice and warm and use my electric griddle. I love this electric griddle. It is basically the same thing as the outside griddle, except it is a little bit smaller. My outside griddle is 36 inches and this is 17. So it is a little bit smaller, but for what I'm using, it works perfectly fine. The only thing different also that is using the electric griddle versus the outside gas griddle is that you need to use plastic versus the metal spatulas because this is a ceramic top and you will scratch it. So you want to make sure, do not use any metal on your electric griddle, only use plastic utensils. So very important when you're doing this. Preheat the griddle. I do have mine preheated to 400 degrees. It is nice and warm. It's only going to take you a couple minutes to make it. So let's get started. You're just going to need some bread. I like just a simple white bakery bread, but you want to make sure that you have a good quality bread for this. Don't use just a cheap whole wheat blase bread. You want a good, nice, solid bread for this. It's very important. If you don't like white bread, you can mix it up and do the whole grain bread. That is of your preference. I've also done the grilled cheese sandwiches with like Italian bread like this. So I just make smaller versions of it and it works out perfectly fine also. So for today's demonstration, I'm just going to show you just using the white farmhouse butter bread. So I'm just going to get 2 slices. So I'm using 2 slices of bread, softened butter, and then I have 3 slices or 3 different kind of cheese that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using American cheese, a Colby Jack cheese, and a cheddar cheese on this. So in this, the cheese too can be, if you want to use all American cheese, you can. If you want to use all Colby Jack cheese, you can. If you want to use mozzarella layered in this or provolone, usually when I'm making a grilled cheese sandwich, I just kind of go in the refrigerator and just raid my refrigerator and see what things that I have in there that I can use for it. So you don't really need to use specialty ingredients if you don't want to. So I'm just taking the bread, I'm going to butter the outside of it. It's nice and softened, so it goes on very easy. As you notice, I have it like this. So then I'm going to set this down so that the butter is not sticking to the thing. And now I'm going to flip this over and butter this side. So the insides you are not going to butter, just the outsides of the bread. And you don't want it too thick, but you don't want it too thin either. So you just want a nice layer on there. So I'm going to flip this over so it's butter to butter. The dry part is on the top and on the bottom of the plate. So then I'm just going to take my cheese slices. I think I'm just going to use one of each kind. And these are pre-sliced, so it's pretty easy to use. You can slice your own. So I'm just going to layer it like this, the 3 slices on there, and then the griddle is all nice and preheated. So it's ready to go. You do not want to put it on a cold griddle, otherwise the oil will melt and then just soak up into the bread and it won't be as crispy and nice. It won't turn out as good. So I'm just going to place it on the griddle like that, butter side on the bottom, butter side on the top here. And we're just going to let that cook. If you want, you can press down on it a little bit. I'm just going to leave it alone and just let it cook. Once it gets nice and golden brown on the bottom, then I'm going to flip it over and let it get golden brown on both sides. So we're just going to let this cook. Don't look at it too much. Don't fuss with it. Just let it cook. That's my pro tip, is just let it cook. And it shouldn't take too long. So I'm going to come back in just a minute and we will see what it looks like. Okay, so it's been about a minute and a half, and we're going to flip it over. Just gently hold the top, put the spatula underneath, and flip it over gently. And then reposition if you need to, if it comes out of alignment. Look how golden brown that is. Perfect color. I am going to squish it just gently, just so it adheres and gets a nice griddle crust on the bottom of there. These grilled cheese sandwiches go perfect with soup. So if you want like a soup in a sandwich, my family likes to have a tomato soup. So I've prepared a dish of tomato soup that I'm gonna take my grilled cheese sandwich and serve it with a cup of soup. Works perfect. You could serve this with potato chips, just about anything, you know, or just eat by itself. My kids, when they were growing up, they absolutely loved grilled cheese sandwiches. And when we go to my mom and dad's house, my mom always had the nice thick bread for them, and she used Velveeta cheese. So they loved that. And so when they went to Grandma and Grandpa's house, they always had a Velveeta grilled cheese sandwich, which was really delicious. So, and she always served it with some kind of soup of something. So we're gonna let it go maybe just a little bit longer. It's nice and golden brown, but it's not as golden brown as I would like it. We don't want to burn it. That's one thing. Don't forget about it. Walk away from it and let it burn. Don't have the temperature up too high. You don't want it to burn because that's just not very tasty when that happens. So, but you don't want to also have it undercooked. I've seen it where people do that. They're in such a hurry with it. They flip it and flip it again and boom, and they're done with it. And you need, for a grilled cheese sandwich, you need a nice crispy outside, nice and soft in the gooey cheese on the inside. You need to give the cheese time to melt. As you see, I do not have the lid. You can do the lid on this if you would like. Or if you have on the big griddle, if you're making it, you can use the dome lid over top of it. I prefer just to let it do its thing because I don't want to create condensation with the lid and have the bread get soggy on me. Ooh, look at that. Look how perfect that looks. Nice golden brown color, perfect. So I am going to cut this. A debate, do you like your sandwich cut in triangles, from diagonal, from one corner to another corner, or do you like it just cut in half? I prefer mine in triangles, so I like to cut it like that. Serve it with a cup of tomato soup. Look how amazing this sandwich looks. Look at the cheese all nice and melty on the backside, nice and crispy golden brown on the outside. The cheese is gooeying from it. This is perfect. So you could dip it in your tomato soup. I am not a tomato soup dipper. I like to have crackers in my tomato soup, but I like to have them together. So I do like the grilled cheese with the tomato soup. Look at that. Look at how much the cheese is just melting out the side of there. This is so delicious. Got to take a bite of it. Look at the cheese. And also I use with 3 slices. So good. You got to give this a try. Look at just a matter of just a couple minutes. You have dinner for your family. So very simple, very easy. They're going to love it. You can make this as a lunch, make it as a dinner, but just make it. They will love it. So Blackstone Griddle, quick and easy to make on. Enjoy. Grilled cheese sandwich. If you like this, go to subscribe to this page, like it, share with your friends. Go to my Facebook, From Michigan to the Table.com. Subscribe there. You'll find all kinds of Blackstone Griddle recipes. I also have Midwestern cuisine recipes, smoker recipes. So just poke around my website. You'll find all kinds of stuff there. Enjoy.